Scanning for audio.
Welcome to a Tin Dog podcast, this time talking about Plight of the Pimpernel, another monthly range one. This one came out the same time as the Grey Mountain one. It's number 271. Here's the synopsis. It's 1793, and the reign of terror is slicing through the elite of Paris. But not if the Scarlet Pimpernel has anything to do with it. With very British pluck and daring bravado, he rescues French aristocrats from Madame Guillotine's embrace. But who hides beneath the Pimpernel's mask? And isn't the Scarlet Pimpernel just a fictional character? At Highmoor House, in England, Perry plays the lady of the manor while the doctor tends to the strange wounds of her husband, Sir Percy Blakeney. As Perry prepares to host a lavish ball in Sir Percy's name, French agent Citizen Donat and a sinister alien force are uninvited guests, both intent on unmasking the Scarlet Pimpernel and putting an end to his heroic escapades forever. Now here's the thing, we're almost done with this range. It's been superb. The 20 for 20 podcasts demonstrate that across the board. But here we've got good old Sixie, Mr. Colin and Perry. Perfect arrangement, and a story that the idea really came from Colin. He sort of said, why can't we do a nice crossover or adventure with the Scarlet Pimpernel? Now, admittedly, the first thing that happened after I listened to this was I had this overwhelming urge to watch Carry On, Don't Lose Your Head. But let's not go into that. Because the Reign of Terror is that Doctor Who story. But it's also a thing that happened. A lot of people died, some deservedly and some not so. In fact, most not so. In fact, none, you know what I mean. It was a different time. No, seriously, it was. French Revolution was weird, but it was a revolution that's, well, still having its effects today. Lots of people died. The automatic killing machine, that is the guillotine, was used to deprive the aristocracy, the people who'd been in power for a long time and abused that power, of their lives. And this fictional storyline of the Scarlet Pimpernel, well, it just fits. So, apart from the fact that basically we've got a bit of history going on, and then you've got a bit of non-history, bit of fiction. Now, when you've got a Doctor Who story, Big Finish are on record as saying, please stop sending us stories in the land of fiction. So when you've got a fictional character turning up, you really have to find a nice workaround. You have to find a way of giving us something different. And they have. Really, really well. Chris Chapman's provided us with a great bit of narrative, a great bit of adventure, but he's also managed to take the storyline and the whole concept of pretending to be somebody that you're not and make that the central core of the storyline. It's glorious, it's well written, and of course it doesn't have any repeated ancient villains. It's just nice. The amount of ego that it would take to pretend to be someone, well, that's important to the plot. I don't want to give any spoilers because it's genuinely a lovely experience to discover things at the same rate as the characters. But what I can say is that this absolutely is a great addition to the main range. So, here's the trailer, decide for yourself as always, and I'll speak to you all very soon, probably about Doctor Who. So until next time, be seeing you.
From Big Finish Productions.
You are here to rescue us in a coffin.
Correct. Your alternative is the sharp embrace of Madame Guillotine.
You're him, aren't you?
Oh, him? Yeah, well, yes, I suppose I am. Yeah. You are currently being rescued by the Scarlet Pimpernel.
Doctor Who. plight of the Pimpernel.
Excuse me! Come on! Excuse me! Please! Get out of the way!
Excuse yourself. What's the rush?
A killer android's chasing me! I'd hide if I were you!
That's his flower, isn't it?
A Pimpernel. A Scarlet Pimpernel. On orders from Citizen Robespierre, I will hunt this Pimpernel, and I will bring him here to the scene of his crime to make the acquaintance of Madame la Guillotine.
Positive recognition. Scarlet Pimpernel. Justice will be done.
How is it that Sir Percy Blakeney is here at all? How is it that we are tending to a fictional character?
Doctor, we've been over
The
this.
Scarlet Pimpernel and his alter ego, the foppish Sir Percy Blakeney, I adore them both. But they are creations of the novelist Baroness Orczy. So how are they both bedbound in the east wing of this stately home?
Big Finish. We love stories.
A Villain in Venice, Jane of the Air, Book 1. A steampunk detective and aviatrix and part-time spy. Available now. All profits to the NHS. That was the Doctor Who Tin Dog Podcast, available on iTunes, YouTube, Twitter, RSS, Vimeo, and across the internet. Doctor Who and its associated properties are all copyright and trademark of the BBC. No infringement is intended. Why not become a supporter by visiting patreon.com/tindog. Contact the show on tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.